I would work on the generators on those. Though.
Hold on.
Woo! Woo! Look, I just been keeping my poise. Made by the million, but still unemployed. They text me about green, but not on the she filling the void. I make the sounds that cut through the noise. He think he a man, but he chillin' with boys. Put down the liquor, start drinking LaCroix. The pain wasn't choice, but now I rejoice. I was the one, I played that shit smart, now my bragging and dumb. Lil' shawty had hit me, said she wanna come. Her dresses is black, but she not a nun. I'm so Pasadena, cause that's where I'm from. Some bangers, some guns, they scheming for riches, they playing in numb. I'm second to wins, cause I'm second to none. Look, what the you think I do it for? Do it fucking in the mirror.
Cousins family, welcome back to another episode of Secure the Bag podcast, where for entrepreneur cousins come real conversations about real estate, finance, entrepreneurship, and building generational wealth. Today's conversation is one of the biggest financial challenges facing families across the country: housing. We'll explore how policy, rising cultural preparation, all play a role in who gets to build wealth through home ownership and who gets left behind. This isn't about politics. It's about understanding how the decisions being made today can impact your wallet, your opportunities, and your financial. So fellas, let's get into it, man. How y'all doing today?
Great, brother. Great.
Doing good. Fresh off of vacation, charged, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Revitalized.
Where you go to, man? You gotta let the people know. You gotta give them a little about what happened on your vacay.
Yo, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you what. I went to Florida, but what was dope was able to check out some amazing real estate. I exercised. I did everything right. It was just one of those things. You know what I'm saying? I had a good time. I was supposed to link up Jason, but I didn't. My bad. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'll be down there soon. I was moving. Jason was shaking and moving too. So. But I definitely was able to check the real estate market in Florida and love it, man. I'm thinking about putting my house market tomorrow.
Is it everything Jason make it seem to be?
Yo, Jason said something a long time ago that kind of resonated, and he gets to wake up every day and work in paradise. Like, that's what it is. I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up every day to see palm trees, like it do something to you. I came back with a vengeance. It's like I came back wishing for real. And I'm like, I got back to the palm trees, you know?
Jason, where you go, man, if you want to talk about it?
Yeah. I went to Duncan, South Carolina. When I'm on my way to South Carolina to go to Atlanta, was actually in a softball tournament. So I rerouted from Darlington, Florence, and went to Duncan. I stayed there, watched her play the one game and watched her play the other game. After that, I stayed the night there, and then I left and went to Atlanta for like 3 days. Then once we were done with the family reunion, because we had a family reunion, which was freaking amazing, man. Amazing, great family. Loving on each other, freaking just being around family, it gives you a different, knowing that there's actual communities out there, family who still love and still want to be together and around each other. And then after Sunday, I went back to South Carolina. I was just telling Gerard, met to go see those properties, went to go see some other properties, and then I left Monday and got back Monday afternoon, bro. So it was like a week, just craziness, fun. It was just dope, bro. I love being on the road. I love driving on the road. I love being out the whole time when I was there on my computer. It was crazy, bro. It was fun. I just love being busy and love chaos, and it was just dope.
Yo, not to of Mike. I don't know if Mike was able to share this experience because he's a little younger than us. But when we were little, what was the thing to do every summer in terms of with the family? I thought about this. We went to South Carolina.
Yeah.
How did we get there?
We all drove late at night and fucking went, and a bunch of time we took the passenger van.
Get the passenger, get that church bus, and we going to South Carolina. So I feel like able to kind of pass that tradition on with my family. And it's like, yo, once a year, it's like we just take a ride, whether it's to South Carolina, but I made the Florida. I drove to Florida. And I got to tell you, on the way down, it wasn't that bad. Like, yo, we got there, Mike, we got there 18 hours. We was there 18 hours, Jason, because they always say it take 4 hours to get down there. We made it in 18 hours. Stopped in Orlando. But on the way back, bro, I started driving 8 o'clock Sunday morning, 9 o'clock Sunday morning. Bro, I get back to 5 o'clock Monday night.
Yeah.
You saying that ride beat me up on the way back. And I'm still answering my phone, trying to deals or whatever. Listen, man, I'm on vacation. I'm on the road. I'll be home. Where you at? I'm coming from Florida. They're like, you fucking drove? Everybody Everybody had the same odds. Like, you fucking drove? Yeah, listen, it's just something we do every year. This is what it is.
It's a peaceful drive, bro. I like driving. I have a limit to where I'm going to drive and I get on a plane. But when you driving, man, it's just peaceful out there on the road. Man, I can work. I don't have distractions. I just talk to people. I'm not on a computer. I'm not. You know what I mean? You can just dig into the conversations, man. So it's beautiful out there when you get out there and just to see the countryside and the road.
And you don't even be. I'll give it like you don't even be having no co-driver for real. I do all the driving.
Do the drive? Yeah. I do all the driving.
Yo, you're an animal. You're an animal. Yeah. Me and Keisha get there, man. I'm like, she posted, my wife can't. Mike, I'm sorry. No, I'm long-winded. I'm sorry. My wife can't sleep passenger seat while you're driving. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to get her to help, I'm going to drive the first leg so, I could drive all night. My thing is, can't drive when the sun come up. See the sun start rising, I got to pull. I can't do it. And that's been that way since I was a truck driver. So we be, trying it or whatever, but the way we did it on the way back, she was up the whole time. So now when it come time for her to drive, she just couldn't. She was tired. And it's like, so doing it with no co-pilot is crazy. It's crazy. But all right.
Well, I'll tell y'all, man, I ain't go nowhere. I was outside in this heat. I was running. I was at the beach running, man. For this weekend, I felt like getting it in. Yeah, man. I did like 3.5 miles on Friday, 3.5 miles on Saturday. I was in the backyard doing some yard work. I was just getting it in, just sweating all weekend.
Right.
So that's about as much fun as I had.
You MIA the last show. I ain't even talk to you, bro. I technically ain't see you in like a month, man. All right, everything all right?
Yeah, man. Life is life. You know what I'm saying? Life has been life, and it ain't stopping yet. So, and I'm pushing through regardless.
That's all you can do.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you something about life. It's gonna life on the. You know what you do?
Keep going.
Just keep going. You know what they say when buffaloes they run towards the storm and they don't run away from it because running towards the storm they'll get through it faster. They say what was his name? Winston Churchill. If you're going through hell, keep going.
That's a bar.
Keep going.
That's a bar.
Can't stop it. Can't do nothing about it. I don't know why this is bothering me over here. Let's dive into this, man. We don't get people the updates over the weekend. Happy 4th of July to whoever cares. Some people care, some people don't. To do happy 4th of July. But yeah, man, let's dive into this, man. Let's Jason, you ready to drop some bombs? Let us know some market updates, my brother.
Yeah, man, the market has been doing okay, man. It's been a little flat. Housing is still what it is, man. We got some things that's going to happen probably in the next 90 days that I've heard. I don't believe it. I know I was talking about 90 days to before everything is going crazy. I'm like, I think he's just trying to sell a course or something like that. I don't see rates dropping like that in the next 90 days. And another thing is also we keep talking about having lower rates, but having lower rates drop too fast is going to cause even more chaos in this market, man. So I'm good until everything is turned upside down. But there's still opportunity out there for everyone. Just gotta, I got like 4 veterans pre-approved. ready to go.
Nice.
So it's just, it's just opportunities. Got to go out there and look, man. You can't. Nothing's going to come to you. You got to be intentional about it. And a lot of these buyers now are starting to understand, like, we need to buy this home now at this lower price because of what's going on in the market. And if I miss this opportunity like I missed in 2019, 18, I get it back again. So everything is going good, man. And it is like, I hate that saying sometimes. You gotta make, you gotta figure out how to make lemonade out of the lemons. That's what's going on right now.
Listen, there's some shout out to all of the industry professionals that got motion right now.
Yes.
There's a lot of industry professionals that are sitting on the signs, drinking the tea. Yes, the market is up right now. The market is high, affordability, and this, that, and the third. But you could sit around and complain, or you could get motion, because there are still wars on properties. As high as the prices, as high as the interest rates are, all of these negatives, as high as the gas, as high as the eggs, and da-da-da. There's still motion. And as an industry professional, you need to do what you need to do to be a part of it, as opposed to on the sideline. And I'm not saying in terms of, here's a question that you've been asked at times but haven't been asked in a while. Is a good time to buy right now? That was a real question. I want to answer. I need to say.
I think it's an excellent time. I think if you can afford it, you should buy it. Stop looking at the interest rate. It's about affordability, not an interest rate. Too many people get caught up in watching the news and listening to the market trends. And I'm gonna tell you, you listen to MBS Highway, Barry Habib. Best dude in our market that predicts the rates and what's going on, the trends, and he doesn't even know what's going on most of the time. We don't know.
Right.
Just you buy. You keep the property, you hold it, or you flip it and you sell it, you make money, you take the emotions out of it, man. Don't listen. The people who are telling you don't buy, it's a bad time, rates are high, either they don't know what they're talking about, or they're doing it and trying to get you to rent from them.
Or they're comfortable. Or, you know what I'm saying? They're with their situation good. So, don't feel that quote unquote pressure, to make a move. And it's like the people I'm dealing with now, I don't want to say it like that, but a lot of the clients that are in the market right now that are moving are people that have need, like real motivation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell, if my landlord is selling and I got to move, you can't tell me now's not good. That's like telling me I can't eat. That's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like telling me, like, I need housing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So everybody's situation is different. What situation? What's your financial snapshot? What's your budget? Your credit? Yo, Jason, I dropped the bar on somebody the other day, and it was someone that really wants to get in the market, but because of the competitive, we still, quick market, Mike, we still competitive up here. Hamden has a crazy increase in inventory because of the taxes and the uncertainty here in Hamden. But there also a record of houses going under contract and selling. Right. So Hamden is a good place for, motion round. You might be able to find some deals because a lot of properties are sitting on the market, but there are some that are priced well and are still selling fast, even with the tax debacle that we got going in Hamden. Everywhere still in motion. I got 3 agents just got new contracts in the last 48 hours. I got a listing in Derby with multiple offers on it. Like, so things, even with all of the stuff, things is still shaking, moving. And, you gotta run your race and, figure out, run your numbers and figure out where you fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Negative thinking is like you magnetize it. The more you fear things, the more you talk about how things are bad, you get more of it, right? You get more of what you talk about the most, man. That's why I don't want to be around that energy. I don't care if your life is messed up. You got to fix it. You know what I mean? Like, you want everybody else. So even when I'm speaking to industry professionals, loan officer, realtor, man, they talk about how bad it is and this person got the advantage. And now you're sitting, okay. right? It's true. We are. It's a racist country we live in. But what are you going to do about it? You're going to sit back and just let it over, or are you going to do something about it? I don't got money. Okay, then fix it. Then you got people who can help you. Go get your resources. Some of these people have resources that are just endless, and it's like, what is wrong? And we get too caught up in our heads sometimes. Yo, figure this shit out, man. Like you gotta keep moving, man. Because if you think about it too much and you stay stagnant, it's gonna eat you alive, man. Like it's gonna eat you alive and spit you out. Especially these days, it is ridiculously hard to survive even in expensive cities, man. Like we gotta figure it out, and it's better to do it as a team than to do it as an individual.
Right. And like we always talk, you got your team, right? Talk to a professional, talk to an industry professional, even if it's just a simple question. Even if it's just a simple question. My phone been blowing up the last couple of days with not, hey, listen to buy right now, but just questions that they could set themselves up to make whatever they're going to make in the future. We had those conversations all day. Oh, that's what I was about to say. I had a conversation with a lady, and she's like, I need to buy, but I know the market is crazy right now. And she's asking me about how to, get in a particular house, how much it's going to cost. Listen, you need to get pre-approved, because regardless of what I tell you right now, we don't even know if you can afford that house. We don't even know if the bank's going to give you that type of. So I told her, Jason, I said, the pre-approval, hold that thing in your wallet next to your credit card. It's like you basically got a credit. You don't have to spend it today, but at least you know that if opportunity presents itself, or you do get ready, you got it. Just hold to it. It's a pre-approval. And I think we overthink, I don't want to say we overthink, because it's not a matter of overthinking. It's just the market used to be, the way the process used to be, the way buying a house used to be. HGV, I'm going to go see 3 houses, I'm going to pick one. Nah. Like this is gonna be a long process. Like, so, take your time, relax, get settled in, and I think that's where mindset needs to be right now. My man just did a video on Instagram. He said, just write the damn offer. Like, write no offers, you're not gonna get a house. You know what I mean? You sit on the sideline waiting for it to cool down, or whatever the case may be. Get the pre-approval. Right, go see houses. Write the offer. And you never know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for that rant.
You good, brother? You getting off your chest?
I came back off vacation, Mike. I told you, I'm ready.
You all set, my brother? Let's dive into this, man, because what we're talking about, as far as people getting into the process of buying a home, right? Some people who are brand new, who just kind of hear about it, they kind of see it on social media, they don't know what really affects housing market itself, right? They don't understand why the cost of a house may go up over years. We may know inflation, a lot of inflation, or what affects inflation to make the house prices go up. So, and politics is one of those major things. So from you guys' perspective, man, how much control do politics or politicians themselves actually have over the housing market?
They have control. I mean, they have somewhat control. What I call it is a product of policy, or a byproduct of something happens. So when we go to war, right, and gas prices skyrocket, it makes transportation skyrocket, right? It makes the tariffs make everything we import into the country expensive. Regardless of what they say, that cost is going to the consumer, right? The consumer gets hit with that cost. I don't know where the echo is coming from. My own thing, I have no clue.
It's definitely on your side, big dog. So
I can hear it.
Just turn down whatever speaker system you got. Just turn it down a little lower, and you should be fine.
How about now?
No, yeah, it's gone now.
It's gone now.
I think it's going back and forth, honestly.
How about now?
You good?
Better?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a byproduct to everything, right? It starts costing more, labor starts costing more, and then you have an influx in buyers in different markets, like your seller's market right now. We're in the buyer's market here in South Florida, and it's an opportunity for you in any market. But yeah, they can affect it. Some of it is planned now. I think they're doing this on purpose, man. It just doesn't make any sense. And the other thing behind it is like housing affordable. This is the conversation I had with one of my friends the other day. I'm like, how can you make housing affordable? What can you do? Like a lot of people say like that, but it's like that's not going to make it affordable. You're telling people how you're going to knock the prices down. Rates are playing it, but it's not a major part. It's all BS in marketing that these people are doing, and you need for lower costs. But guess what? If they build affordable housing, I hope I'm not getting too far off track, fellas. But if they build right. What limits are they gonna? What limits can the government put on it? Can they say?
Uh-oh, you went out.
No, we can't hear you at all.
You
No,
went
you
out,
did
big
something.
dog.
Nope, you're gone.
I'm still
Yeah,
going.
you good now.
Up there you go.
Okay. If they say they put affordable housing in these communities, right, and they say I got single family residents or I got townhomes, we're gonna put homes in these communities, and we're gonna put them, and they're gonna be $250,000 per townhome, right? That's affordable when you first buy it. Are they gonna put restrictions on it so that the prices can't go up? You can resell it. Or are they going to put those things and say, hey, these are homes, do what you want with it? Because think about it. They put a townhouse or a house into for $250,000, right, to try to combat affordable living. What's the first thing you're going to do once you get that appraisal? $100,000. You're going to sell the damn home. And when you sell that home, it's going to raise all the prices to that home up because everybody's going to see the value. I think forcing it is crazy. I don't see what the government can do. I do think they manipulate the market and they do these things that increases home prices. And then you have the rent. People can't buy, so now they're forced to pay higher rent. And it just becomes a cycle of and it's definitely controlled. Like it's definitely controlled. There's no way that this economy should be the way what it is as far as inflation on. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying this is just a natural cycle that we have to adapt to and try to figure out how to work through it. But it looked like somebody is stirring the pot.
So let me ask this. So if like I'm paying attention to politics, let's say I'm trying to stay more focused in my local area of what's happening. What type like if I'm just trying to focus mainly on buying real estate and I want to learn real estate, what types of things should I be paying attention to in politics like that I should be worried about the most? Like what type of things affect it the most that I should be paying attention to the most?
It's if you're talking about locally, right? Let's be talking about the New Haven and surrounding area, whatever. If you're talking locally, the biggest thing here is that there's not enough housing. So on a local political level, the only thing that's one of the major things that is controlled politically are the zoning laws and the building regulations, right? Okay, so those are major in terms of what the city can do. There's also somebody today asked me about dollar houses. You ever heard of dollar houses? No. All right. So even it's real big in Baltimore right now. You could go to Baltimore and buy a house for $1, but they have
the row houses.
They have a surplus of abandoned properties that the city took ownership of, and they're trying to get them back to the community and give revitalize that. So they sell the houses for $1. So somebody asked me, New Haven did it at one point some years ago, but Mike, the issue that we have and I don't think the government really controls it. The issue that we are having is we talked about this word, the supply and demand, right? Yeah. We as consumers are way smarter. What we're doing right now, we are building buyers and investors every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday, there's somebody who's going to watch this podcast and listen, I want to get in the game. Right? So demand is crazy. It's crazy. So how can the government control demand? I think the only way they could do that is to raise the price, the entries. If you can control or affect the way people acquire money, funding to be able to purchase real estate, you can control that. The government control that. And where, Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, the Fed Well, the Fed's not technically a good entity. The Fed is technically its own thing, but I think there is some government influence, but the Fed kind of dictates consumer interest rates. And then consumer interest rates kind of trickle over 10-year treasury, which controls the interest rate. So in that sense, there's some effect. The point I'm trying to make is we are too smarter and we spend a lot of money as a society, as people. And we want what we want when we want it. And you can't stop us from doing it, which is the American dream. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I even Florida, bro, even with all of the inventory, people getting out. So people are looking at it like, yo, this is crashing. Bro, yes, there's houses sitting on the market. Yes, there's on the market longer. But Jason, you still moving.
Yeah, bro. It's not crashing at all.
Not crashing.
Yeah.
So what we see in Florida is there's more inventory than there is demand. Here in Connecticut, Mike, it's the opposite. We don't have enough inventory. In order for us here to really see a difference, we have to tap into our unused land.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we talked about this before too. You got to start venturing out away from the major areas, and you might have to commute. Like, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, we're way too smart, we're way too hip to the game. We, investing, building for the future, generational wealth, all of these things that we talk about has to do real estate at some point. And that's what it is. The demand is just crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of jump off topic just a touch. I sent that video to the group chat earlier. You told me what was it on?
Shout out to King. He said, "Welcome back, Mike."
Yes, sir. What up, brother? About the data centers.
Oh, the data center. Yeah, yep. That's an issue down here. That's funny you put that.
Yeah, and I definitely think we should tap into it. You know what I mean? Make that a conversation of like, yo, how is that going to affect housing? You know what I'm saying? As we continue, as we talk about away from the east, going to central, of the United States and wherever is the south. But then you got stuff like data centers popping up, destroying, the area, the land, the water.
Is it destroying?
Like, I don't. That's that's like. As far as what I'm looking at, as far as what I'm seeing, I don't know.
The water part of it is little research, but like you said, like the water they're consuming a vast, crazy amount of water to run AI, right?
Which then, if you don't got the water, then that's going to mess everything up. So, like as far as farms and stuff like that.
So something happened here recently. I don't know if.
Yes.
So they're attributing the fires to these new data centers and these AI companies coming to South Florida. And there's some coming to some neighborhoods here. But the thing is this, these AI and data centers don't need employee large level like a Amazon factory. So they come over, they're going to wipe out neighborhoods, they're going to take up land that can be used to build affordable housing, or I won't even say affordable housing for more people, right? And what they do with that land, they said that one facility coming here, they said, okay, they're going to give jobs. They only have 33 jobs, and none of them, they're all filled already. And nobody locally is going to get those jobs. Then you say, okay, if an AI company comes or a tech company comes, you have a community that can actually work there. You know what I mean?
Hey, you gotta be qualified to work there. It's not like Amazon.
Yep, and they're gonna disrupt things. They're not bringing in a lot, and I don't know the out of it, but the neighborhood is like they're like, we want jobs in this, but I'm like, you can't stop progress because guess what? There's money being made in places. In Miami Gardens, bro. This FIFA thing, when they have matches here, you know how different they make you feel like you can't have company, you gotta have a pass, you can't drive down the streets, they block everything off. And it's like it's crazy. And it's like, like to my house. And it's similar to where they think it's coming to where they're just gonna force people out. Because who's gonna move there? You're gonna pay $250,000. They're gonna go buy a home, right? They're gonna probably pay whatever. The company's gonna pay whatever for that home. Now it's gonna increase the area and it just price people out. Also, taxes gonna increase when you start putting these things in there, and the cost of land increases. So it's a whole freaking domino effect from doing these things, and sometimes it's felt 5-10 years down the road, man, we're all going to be priced out.
Here's what's crazy about that though. Are you willing to give up your AI? Are willing to not use AI? You know what I mean? So I'm saying that to say, and I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but I think it is something that we need.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not. But I think it's something that we need. I think is to be regulated. If you can tell BlackRock and Vanguard that they can't buy single family home, why can't you tell data centers like, yo, listen, you need to go in this location. You can't go in this location, which are the zoning laws. But and another to what you said, Jason, I think what the problem is, and we had this issue here in Connecticut, that a lot of towns are looking at these data centers as tax income. Yep. So they're changing the zoning laws to let the data centers in, and that's what's driving the people crazy. So when Mike talked about what can the government do, what are people doing, so what's the government doing to help? They can zoning laws. That's exactly what I was talking about. Zoning laws and codes and things like that. So much as we need, as much as we need housing, you're going to change this zone to a commercial zone so that this place could come here. But to be fair, the real estate has always been there, and nobody has tried to build apartments or whatever we need there. So, do you fall back and you know what I mean? Like, so we're fighting, but hey, if the town says, okay, no, we ain't got that there, who's gonna put the money, put the condos there? Where's that come from?
Yeah, it has to come from a large corporation because it costs money, especially when that's why I keep telling people, like in Miami, it's a different type of money, bro. Like you building, they got a $3 billion, $5 billion, $10 billion projects going on. It's like, bro, these ain't regular people. These ain't regular investors. These are hedge funds. These are huge corporations that have unlimited capital. And that's the scary part about it. But I get it, the insensitive part, but it's like, where does progress start and stop? You know what I mean? Like, where do you say we don't want this to change, and it goes to a point of like, yo, we need change.
Needed to change.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like
not saying we need a data center, but with change. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think we need a data center. Right. I think put them shits in the desert somewhere. I mean,
ain't no water. There's no water. There's no water in the desert.
They better get a rain collector, collect rain.
Just even on that though, it's crazy. And Gerard, you did a good job of bringing it back to the main topic. But it's crazy where, like, I was watching another video where they almost sue you or lock you up for collecting. You can't even do that on your own property. You can't even do that. It's crazy.
That was in Tennessee, I think. The dude was collecting rainwater, and they say it's an ordinance. It's a city ordinance where you can't collect your own rainwater that's coming on your property, bro.
It's like, what can we actually do as humans in the United States that doesn't cost money? You know what I mean? So that's like where the politics side of it is like, everything I do, whether it's free from the sky, I know I'm bringing this. I'm about to go into like a whole whatnot. Where like they making the clouds, and if they made the clouds now, they could change the weather. Now they could change it to make it rain whenever they want to. That's like zoning laws and politics and all that stuff that you can't win. You can't beat none of that stuff.
It is right. So there's things to that, but yeah, that goes back to can we do politically to help the housing crisis? Those little codes, you know what I'm saying? Like there's that gotta be updated. There's stuff that's gotta make sense to today's standards. Right? The second part is damn what I was about to say. But yeah, that's exactly the point. Is those little codes gotta make sense. Oh, and the thing is, if you really want to get in, then you strategically do your research where you're investing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that don't happen here. Actually, I know a guy that got a pretty intensive rain collecting something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it comes down the gutters into a barrel and another barrel and a filter and connect to the garden hose.
Thinking about something.
Yo, listen, like, so it's a lot of people around here that are doing that. So I was talking to somebody about ADU. Oh, that's my favorite thing is the ADU. And I didn't realize that New Haven
Hold on. You gotta explain what
ADU is an accessory dwelling unit, like turning your garage into an apartment, finishing your basement, turning it into an apartment, an in-law apartment is an ADU. So
okay.
Apparently, like, but like New Haven and West Haven, like those are the West Haven allow it at all. New Haven will allow it, but they got some strict rules. And Hampden is actually the path of resistance when it comes to ADUs. So when you're trying to shop for something, like when you're trying to you might have to pick the town that works for, what it is that you're shooting for. You know what I mean? But the politics, do affect those little things that, can or not. One more thing. So even in our city and even in New Haven, like there are some, and then a few abandoned buildings, like not as much as it used to be. It's not enough for them to launch a dollar house campaign. There are some blighted buildings and things like that. It's not enough to push the needle, bro. It's not enough. If we filled every lot, if we built, every abandoned house, it's still enough to fight this demand. Still not enough. There's 15 offers on one property, at least.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
I put the video in the chat, Jay. It's the second one at the bottom. But this is why, and this is how ignorant I tell people all the time. Whenever they try to stop you from doing something, it's a reason. So not voting and not paying attention to what's going on in your local government is why things like this happen. Right? Do you see the videos where they say you can't go cut somebody's grass for free? Some old poor lady whose husband passed away can't cut her grass. The grass is overgrown. The property looks horrible, but she's struggling financially on fixed income. But now they're fine if somebody comes cut the grass, or she got to pay a company that works for the county to come cut the grass for money she can't afford. So these are the things that go on that because
I'm sorry. Because I got some questions. Like,
no, go ahead.
Okay, so what is the exact law, or exactly what it is? But what's kind of general of like the law itself? If somebody dies, then
so you have to based on what I saw on the video, he's all over social media, man. He goes cut people grass, right? He happened a few times.
I think I know who you're talking about.
He goes to the lady house. He goes cut the grass. The neighbor complains, or the cops come by and say, you can't do this. They either have to do those, or they have to pay a city company that works for the city to come and cut the grass. I don't even sense to me when the cops come up and say this, because I'm like, so you telling me you can't pay landscapers to come cut your grass? Like, how do you know it's for free? Like, it's weird, right? It's like
it is.
So she's on fixed
strange.
income and she can't afford.
So
she can't survive.
So what happened? What I believe happened, I'm not mistaken. If the grass grows to a certain point, you blight it. They actually do that here, right? If they catch what they call a blight lien.
Okay.
That's an actual lien on your property, right?
On your property.
So if you don't cut your grass, if you got trash in front of your house or whatever, you could get blighted. What they call it. You get a blight lien. Once you get that blight lien, it's like it's like modeling your house. Right? If I start tearing down walls and redoing electrical and the building inspector come by and I didn't pull a permit for it, they're gonna, hey, you got work until you come down and pull the permit. Now I gotta pay them to do to my house, right? I gotta pull that permit. They gotta come and inspect and make sure everything is done up to code, and they come back and inspect when it's done and they close the permit. So it's a similar situation to grass, and I ain't agreeing with it. I'm just telling you the thought process of once blighted, you got to go through the channels in order to get unblocked. Is basically what's happening.
That makes more sense. Still stupid as shit, but it makes
basically
more
what's
sense.
happening. I watched those.
Somebody in survival mode. Like you in survival mode. It can't lose our humanity, man. Like I told you all the time, I'm a capitalist, but I can't lose my humanity because I'm trying to fuck other people over. Like it's crazy, man. You create chaos, man. Like they're creating chaos, and I'm not saying anybody in particular, but in the way we're governed right now is to create chaos because it makes no sense.
Right.
Like I don't like Ron DeSantis at all, but it's some here that are amazing, right? He has the what is it? He has one that they just put in where they're trying to get the actual permit to be anything above 7. So if anything that costs below 7,500 below, you don't need a permit for it for your house or whatever. Something like that. And then he has the what do you call the people who stay in your crib right now?
Squatters.
Squatters.
So he has a squatter law that you can't squat. Once you show proof, you can't squat in the same day, right? Like just simple things that are common sense, man. And I think that's where it's just stupid, man. Just cut the grass. Like you're gonna collect $350, make this lady have a heart attack. House gonna go on the market. You know what I mean? Just over some stupid grass.
Right.
And that's what happens, man. It's just oh, you can't collect rainwater in your backyard water. What type of ordinance? Like what it just makes no sense.
I think it's crazy and it's sad, but it's all a money thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could charge you because you collected something you tell me about, it's just like you said, it's the whole humanity thing. If people aren't worried about trying to collect as much dollars as possible, they'll let you collect as much water as possible. But that
you know they made all the they cut all the trees down, most of the countries, all the fruit trees, you know, South Carolina, Georgia, like they cut all the fruit trees down. You don't see fruit trees anywhere. We have them in your backyard, but the ones that were on the street, cut them all down.
Natural.
All the pecan trees, they cut everything down. Guess what they're doing now? All the fruits, they're making them male, so they can't reproduce, so they don't have seeds in them, right?
Okay, yeah.
Why? Because now people are starting to be, I don't want to eat this fucking fake shit, right? Because a fruit with no seeds don't. It just mean it was genetic. It would mean that it was crossbreed, or they took a chromosome or something out, so it doesn't have seeds to reproduce. It's not a GMO. That doesn't mean it's been genetically modified. But they're trying. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It just makes absolutely no sense on why our food system not enough food for everybody.
Yeah,
it is crazy, man, and they're making it hard. I keep saying they. I don't know who the hell they is, but
the man. It's the man.
Yeah. But it is definitely hard to. It ain't making no sense, you know. But make some lemonade.
So let me yeah, that's all. So let's just go back to the data centers, right? Let's say the data centers and get with the mass migration, right? Moving to different places. So you got all these zoning laws. Things are constantly changing. There's things that's affecting. So like, what do you do if like I had the question? I feel like I'm not properly, but how do you hold your humanity and try to live a better life in complicated situations when you want to move, you want to buy this house over here that's dirt cheap, but not these things. Like how do you properly do that without I guess almost going down to someone else's living the way that they live, but you want to live like a regular person without being like let's say you own an apartment, a data center. But now you kind of have to raise taxes and do all these things that's affecting everybody that's living. Like, how do you go about that as a human, as an investor? I'm trying to make sure
I think you.
That's a hell of a question.
It's part of the, that's part of the issue they're dealing with, especially here, right? Data centers aside, pluses and minuses is what is, and there's nothing you can. Change about that. So even when you talk about building affordable housing, I build quote unquote affordable housing. Oh God, I was about to say it's not profitable, but like I don't even want to sound insensitive. But if
it's not profitable,
you get what I'm saying. Like if I buy land, build a 30-unit complex, and my mortgage on money is $20,000 a month, right? I gotta be at least over $1,000 a month for me to, be able to pay in terms of rent, what I'm charging for rent, and to be able break even. So,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just the math. I was in with a project kind of similar, and the guy was like, yo, listen, I want to build houses, and I need you to tell me how much they're worth. I'm like, yeah, in this market, those 6 houses are probably gonna worth like $400,000 a piece. Like, I want to sell them for $299. I'm like, how? It's gonna cost you $300 just build them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you listen. You tell me a way how I'll sell them for whatever way you want them. But if you put them on the market for $200,000, the demand is crazy. It's gonna be a waiting list. It's gonna be pouring in, and the natural reaction, business 101 is you kind of have to. You got the prices because you can't keep up with the demand. So you got to raise the price. What happens when we get low, get low on eggs? You got to raise the prices. So in terms of it's in terms of your humanity, your humility, your morals, your values, and not feeling like you're stepping up or destroying your community. I think you have to stand on business, but it's like the math though.
At what cost?
At what cost? Meaning, that's tough, bro.
Either way, like it's like either way.
Like,
do I keep my humanity, right, and rent to people and lose money because I want to be humane, or do I worry about my family and get the most profit I can and let them worry about, because there's other people who go to for it, right? That's they're like, yo, if you don't want to pay, there's other people who going to pay.
Do you Yo, I'm sorry. It's a good question, Mike. Because it does challenge a lot of our beliefs and our morals of where we help people on a day-to-day. Like, that's what we like. We're educating people right now. Like, and that's what we do. So, like, all right, but we're stopped. And that's why Jason's like, okay, at what cost?
Yeah, because even think like it's just like, let's say I'm bringing it back to the data every time right now. Just say water, right? You live next to this apartment building. Now somebody billed that was $100 a month for water. That shit going up to $5 a month, and it's like now you gotta charge them because now water's running low. So now what do? Now as an investor, you raise it or put up the building. You raise the prices on water to $500 a month. Now that's people's grocery bill. Now they move out. They leave. Now you gotta wait until you find somebody else, and now it's like you just feel like, dang, it's the people. I'm losing my money, losing the people, and I'm losing my humanity because I'm charging $500 a month for just water. And it's like, even a good idea to be a landlord or an investor in markets like that where all this stuff is happening? Does it really make sense?
But
I think it is. I think it do. I think they got to figure. I think it got to get to a point where you can't hold that burden for other people. Like, I don't want to build affordable housing unless I'm in South Carolina. Like, if I'm in Miami, I want to build for profit.
build
If I'm
luxury.
there, I'm gonna build affordable housing, because you know what I mean. Then people got to make a decision. Okay, where do I want to live? Do I want to live in Miami, or do I want to go Broward? Lord, what do I want to do? Because if you hold that burden, bro, because even thinking about it, it does sound it's fucked up a little bit. It's like, okay, enforced out. If you're here today, you mess your credit up, you don't have the means to buy a house no more. The rent goes up $500, $600, $700. Do you feel bad as a landlord because you have to raise the rent costs went up? Or do you say, yo, you got to figure it out because I got somebody else looking to rent here today? It's crazy.
I think
That's true.
What's in my spirit right now is what we've been saying, what I kind of been preaching is, I don't think this thing gonna stop for real.
I don't think so.
So if you go all the way back to the Great Depression, you go all the way back to the beginning of whatever, bro, the price always went up. And there was where the price was, obviously it was high, but in comparison, it was high and the income didn't match up. But then we got to a space where inflation went down, income, it kind of met, and it hosted there for a while. And now we're going back to this place of, you know, kind of what happened in Great Depression times or whatever, right? The wild thing is that we are, again, way more smarter. There is way more resources. There's way, you know, again, as we sit here and talk about affordability and things getting expensive, bro, it's people out here that's getting to the bag for real. And I ain't even talking about, you know, a white or black thing. People, you know, having an upper hand or da-da-da-da. It's people that sacrifice and made whatever moves they needed to make, legit moves, solid moves to be able to be out here in this and doing what they do. Not everybody can do that, right? You got, you know, elderly people that are, you know, medical issues, type of things. I get it. But if you are able, you got to sharpen your sword. Like, you got to sharpen your sword, and you gotta hit the street, the pavement, man. Because for you, it's just not gonna get no easier.
Yeah, bro. Look at this real quick. Since 1990s, the U.S. cost of living has doubled, with overall inflation increasing over 117%.
Right.
While everyday goods and services have scaled with inflation, cities like housing, education, and healthcare has drastically outpaced median wage growth. That's from ConsumerAffairs.com. And I get like because they make you think, and this is what I was telling my Republican friends. I'll say it. I'll tell the MAGA guy. They're trained to teach you, oh, these people are just lazy. They need to figure it out. They're just lazy. I'm like, yo, it's different when life and things are just going up and you got to keep up. But when it's being forced to do certain things, and people who are making good money, who went to school, built businesses, and the business is going down because of inflation and cost of goods, and they just can't keep up. Come on, man. Those people, everybody ain't lazy, man. And that's the problem, that they're trying to feed people like, oh, everybody's lazy. They're not surviving because, like, nah, mom and pop didn't survive, not because they were lazy, it's because Walmart and Home Depot came into the community. That's why. Because now I don't have to pay those high prices at mom and pop. I can go to Home Depot or Walmart cheaper. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes, like you said, progress is going to happen, but don't blame it on. Just say, yo, progress is happening. You need to figure out what the hell you need to do, because it ain't stopping. And that's what's happening right now with the data centers, with AI. I don't think it's going to be as crazy as people think it is in the next 10 years. I think AI is going to be slowly implement, because I think at the end of the day, people want human interaction, bro. People, like, they're seeing it now. People want human interaction to a certain level, to where they feel, because all that stuff can be manipulated, bro. And that's the scary part about it.
That's a good point. Good point.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% right, Jay. I think that like mom and pop lazy. Mom and pop work their ass off, right? But I think there is right now, there's like this transition, there's like this change in how business is done and how money is generated. There's this change that a lot of just wasn't ready for, I think. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of us didn't tap into because of the comfortability of what I know. This is where I'm at. This is where I wanted to stay, because I had such a good time here. I did everything I could do here in this space, that I don't want change. I don't want to do it. Like you're saying, or just missing it. Like, I'm the type of person, I keep my head down. I'm focusing on what I'm doing, and I might be missing, you know, the change. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that too. And I think people need to tap in, sharpen the swords. Tap in, sharpen the swords. Yo, COVID, bro. Pandemic showed a lot of people. It made you think about, yo, this shit ain't promised, yo. Like, it's not promised, and I gotta figure out what my move is. What's my contingency plan? And a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of booming businesses, a lot of $1 million businesses, a lot of things was created from mindset.
Yep.
Now, you know, and it's like, yo, now we're here. Like, now we're at this point in society, and it's like, okay, well, you know, what do you do? I think you got to dig in, and not too late. It's never too late. I had I had I gotta be careful how I tell this story. Food trucks. Yo, food trucks. I know somebody making $50,000 a month a food truck right now.
Yeah.
It's easy. People buy like hell. They don't stop. They don't stop buying. Well, we don't. I'm gonna say we don't stop.
We don't stop spending money, bro.
Yo.
It's too easy. Yo, we're
a nation of consumers.
Yo, listen to this. There's a food truck that you can order, Grubhub. You gotta leave your house to order something from the truck. Like, it's easy.
When did Big D started being reality, bro?
She sell dope.
D?
She babysit, sell dope. You'll hear out the same house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. I know somebody doing I don't know every month, but I know he doing the little scoops of ice cream on the weekend.
What?
He go to people's parties and whatnot, go to events. He doing $400-$500 a day just scooping ice cream.
I was watching a video on YouTube. This lady makes $1 million a year off of 5 hot dog carts.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Them good hot dogs.
But it's about being strategic, man. It's about, all right, where supply and demand. Where's the demand at for hot dogs? Okay, at all these events where they stand in line and get food, or the food's as if I'm gonna just post up outside, I give them what they need, right? And then it don't even necessarily have to be food. It could be anything. We talked about clothes, like, you know what I mean? We talked about, I ain't gonna clothing brands everywhere, but even there being clothing brands everywhere and design everywhere, there's still like these million-dollar pockets of people that are supporting you. Like, you saying? So I'm saying that to say you don't look at the situation like, oh, it's oversaturated. Now with marketing, like there's people on TikTok killing it, just going live and making $1,000 a month and getting to it. So I when I look at what's happening in society, you got to work harder. I ain't telling you to work 80 hours a week. I'm just saying there's opportunity out there, and I just feel I'm not the type of person around and complain. I got my taxes going too. I shop at the same store you do. I get gas from this gas station you do. You got to it, yo. These people that's out here buying these houses like that, you know what I mean? Like, yo, the stuff that you're saying is too much and can't do. There's a masses of doing it. What separates you from them? Why are they different from you? Mm-hmm. Limitations is only what you believe they are. Bar. I'm done.
100%. 100%.
We've been talking like the last 5 minutes, but it's
that was passionate. That was all passion, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bar, I'm gone.
Yo, Mike, you lucky I can't drop this mic.
But yeah, man, this is a piggyback, just quick off of yours and what we've already is just find what works for you, right? It don't have to be real estate. It don't got to be stocks. It don't got to be hot dogs. It don't got to be ice cream. Whatever works for you, because again, not everything is for everybody. It's cool to have the education, right? Just in case an opportunity on you, but find what works for you. Find what you feel like you can enjoy every single day. Find what you feel like puts the right amount of money, and then don't complain about it. Just go ahead and dig in, man. Jason, got any final word? I felt like we kind of was dropping. I don't know.
I think the biggest thing is create, man. I say it all the time, man. Like I remember growing this dude doing too much. This dude's doing too much. Nah, not if you create, not if you mastering. If you're at your 9 to 5 and you've mastered that job, something else. But you can take your time and create before you launch. But just create, man, and be intentional and apply the knowledge you learn from books, the knowledge you get from people. Just apply it, man, because there's opportunities out here, man. We're working on opportunities now. I can't wait to share with everybody. We call it Project XXX, and it's dope, and it's fucking just something that came from my crazy brain that I thought of, and we're about to full mode with it, man. And yo, it's opportunities out there for everybody, bro. Just just I took turn on YouTube and start following people business. Like I was watching I think it's called Self Made, and it talk about all these entrepreneurs that came from nothing, teachers from crumble cookie to sour strips to freaking the grung, I think it's called grung or something, the creatine gummies to Bloom to freaking every all these companies, man, who these people had no real formal education.
They had a
just
vision,
said,
bro.
let's I got this vision, let's do it. And some of them was like, yo, these people are doing it, I can do that better. And they just started creating these they selling their company for 100 million, 70 million, 300 million dollars. And what separates us from that? And I think it's a couple things. One, that we're too scared. We don't surround ourselves with enough hungry people that really want to really soak it in and work together and figure out things, man. And just pay attention and just be intentional, man. That's my thing.
Yeah.
What's up? Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna save it for my gym.
You know, you go ahead and drop your gem.
Yeah. I'm saving it for my gym.
We gotta close anyway.
Jason made me think about something. When I was on vacation, a good 60% of the time, I got this little it's almost like a Ziploc bag, but it's two little clamps, and you're able to Ziploc your phone, and you could go get in the water your phone. G-invention, by the way. But it was Ziploc though. I'll show it to you. I'll you want. Don't worry about it. But 70% of the time, yo, I was on YouTube on my vacation, bro. Like I had a blast. To me, I had a great time. My family had a great time. You know, we did everything. But as we talk about these things, talk about what's happening and where this is going and the scarcity, bro, ain't nobody willing to sacrifice fun. Are you willing to sacrifice fun? Are you willing to give up your free time to sharpen your sword to make your situation better? I was willing to do that.
That's a gem.
I was willing to do that. And it's like a lot of the people that are complaining, not all of them, but a lot of the people, I don't say complaining, a lot of people that have gripes of what's happening in their situation, the society, in the market. Bro, it was about tardies this weekend. And they was all taking selfies. But you get what I'm saying? Are you willing to sacrifice fun? Are you willing to sacrifice anything to get to where you are? Outside of you just complaining.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's true.
Just my last thought, it's not even a gem, it's just when it comes to reading, you know, and I thought about that. I think, Jason, you were saying something, and it just made me think of That Poor Dad. I haven't been reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. I haven't been reading in general, like over the last month. But it's been harder for me to read right now when it comes to more of like that self-help teaching type style right now. Over the last 6 months, 7 months, I've been reading more like just stories, just, you know, I always forget if it's nonfiction or fiction. I always get them too confused. You know, stories that people write in books. And that has felt a little better to read when I'm trying to be conceding. Just building the habit of reading, just where it's like that, more of that interest. Because I, like most of my life, I've read the self-help books, the knowledge and to gain understanding. But right now, for this time in my life, I feel like just, if I'm gonna read, I just want to read entertainment for reading, or my reading needs to be entertainment in order for me to be consistent with it in this moment. And my goal is to complete 12 books, 13 books, for 12. If I miss one, and this is my month that I missed, I want to say June. I did it. January through May, I did. I finished at least like seven books. I want to say.
Nice.
So my goal is to hear at least 13 books. And if it's not like a Rich Dad Poor Dad type of book, it just got to be a story. At least I finished a book. It's like there's people who have all year long. You know what I'm saying? So for myself, that's just the goal, is just to knock out that goal is for 13 books. Yeah.
That's good, bro. That's That's really good, man. It's hard to read. It's hard to get into any educational stuff for most people, man. So that's good, man.
Yeah, regardless, even if it's not educational, it's not like, for the understanding, hey, at least I'm reading, But the habit of just reading itself, that's what we need to be doing, you know what I'm saying? So then eventually it'll pour over into other things in my life, so.
Momentum is everything. Momentum is everything. Just go, just get out, just rent somewhere, buy the thing, just create a logo, write down an idea. I'm telling you, man, if you don't use AI, what I do, I have a couple of these books right here. What's in the living room? I buy these I buy these composition books, and I fucking write. I got so much shit, and I just write every idea down, right? I'll try to write it down, just the idea, and I have AI structure. And I got so much stuff and so much clarity comes from just writing stuff down. I don't think I'm journaling. I'm just writing ideas for whatever I want to do.
You're journaling.
And like you said, man, the activity of just reading and you just the activity of just regardless if it's self-help, fiction, nonfiction, like it literally gets everything moving.
Yeah.
And I've came up with some crazy implementing right now. And man, it helps brain fog sometime. And when you get stagnant, you just gotta. I get it now. Like you can't just stop and be like, oh, they're stuck. You just gotta keep moving until you get, you can overcome it.
Yep. Dre, you about to say something?
Nah, I was just telling Jason, you're journaling. You know what I mean? That's called journaling. That's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's the power's in the pages, man.
Yes, sir. Fellas, we good to go. At time, we 3 minutes over. Any last final words, or we good to go?
Nah, yeah,
we good.
I do just want to say your limitations, your limitations be what you believe they are.
That's powerful, my
and
brother.
don't limitations limit you. That's what I learned on my vacation.
That's good. I'm glad you.
Palm trees will fuck you up, bro. I'm telling you.
Palm trees will change your life.
Palm trees in Publix, man. Palm trees in Buc-ee's will change your life, brother.
Oh, in the blue water. Don't forget about the blue water.
In the blue water.
That's funny. All right, folks, family, that is another episode of Secure the Bag Podcast. We appreciate everyone who's been supporting us. Today's conversation gave you a new perspective. Do us a favor and share this episode with someone who's trying to buy a home, improve their build wealth for their family. Remember, the goal isn't just to make money. The goal is to build stability, create opportunities behind for the next generation. Follow us across all social media platforms. Subscribe wherever you're listening to podcasts. And if you're thinking of refinancing or just want to understand your options, don't wait until you're ready to buy. Start preparing today. Until next time, stay disciplined and most importantly,
beginnings, not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck in. Played the game, made bank, move G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword, swinging blades at these scrubs. Flock.